Happy to be joined by Guram Kutateladze, who's going to be back in action. UFC Fight Night, August 3rd in the Middle East. Doesn't get much better than this. Guram, how are you, sir?
Good, James. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Nice talking to you.
Yes, well, thank you. It's very nice to talk to you as well. I'm really excited for this fight. I know you've had a bit of a layoff coming into this fight. I remember you were supposed to fight Jamie Mullarkey earlier this year. Why haven't we seen you in the cage for so long?
There have been some issues, unfortunately during my career. But now everything is well, now everything is good. I'm feeling good. Preparations going well. Thanks God, no injuries, I'm feeling healthy and I'm ready to go in August 3rd.
Were any of these issues travel related or were they injury related? I don't need to know specifics, but just what was sort of, just obviously I know there's some stuff you probably can't talk about, but I was just curious if we could get some clue as to why you've been out.
There have been some injuries, there have been some visa issues too earlier,
Okay.
but yes, again, everything is sorted now, so
Good.
we're
That's good.
ready.
That's good enough for me. That's all I needed to know. That's fine. Just wanted to let the people know.
Thank
And
you.
I know the last fight against Elves Brenner, you were doing very well in that one, and it didn't end up going your way. What did you learn the most from that fight that you're bringing into this matchup?
Every fight is an experience, when you face something new, every training camp, every fight. But again, you're learning sometimes hard way, so we learn from the mistakes and we move on forward. It's a hard pill to swallow, but that's what we're doing. And I'm keeping my warrior mentality, and there is challenges on the way, and but also on the way, in and outside of the cage, and I'm ready to take them and move on forward.
And you've got a great opponent here in Abdul Karim Al-Selwady, 19 fight veteran. How do you feel like stylistically you match up against him?
It's a good stylistic matchup. We're supposed to actually fight in Brave FC,
Okay.
for a few years ago. I think maybe 4 years ago. um, but it didn't happen. So, but our roads cross again, So yes, that's probably destiny. We're supposed to fight each other.
Well, that's and especially where this card is in the Middle East. I know Brave does a lot of shows internationally. Was this a fight you were happy to see get rescheduled for this card?
Abu Dhabi feels like my second home, to say the truth. I did my debut there, UFC debut. I'm there pretty often. I did some of my previous fights before UFC in another organization. And I've been there for many times, a lot of training camps in Abu Dhabi. So it feels quite comfortable. And they have usually great cards too, great events.
I would agree. Let's talk a bit about training camp. How did you structure things? Was there any cross training? Who have you mainly worked with that's helped you get ready for this fight?
First of all, we were together with the team, with Khamzat and the rest of the team. Felipe Lima nowadays is a UFC fighter too, and one more upcoming guy. His name is Rafael. We traveled to Thailand. We were in Thailand for 1.5 months. We were training there. Then we were in Dubai for almost 2 months, and having our training camp there. And now I'm in Stockholm, Sweden, finishing off, for I've been here for 4 or 5 weeks now. So it's have been a long camp, but I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. So one more week, and we are heading off to Abu Dhabi and gonna be there soon. Fight week, soon cutting weight and finishing off the the training camp and boring weight cuts, and then it's showtime.
At All Stars, who are some of the main training partners you've had a chance to work with over there?
Now at All Stars Training Center, there is a lot of good guys, and there is a lot of good upcoming guys too. Felipe Lima is one of my main training partners. I have some good guys here too. Some wrestlers, of course, Chechenian wrestlers that I'm training with. One of them is Baisangur Makayev. He's also upcoming fighter. Muhammad Askirkhanov, another training partner. You're gonna hear their names pretty soon, you know.
Mhm.
I believe in that. So it have been a really good training camp, long, tough, with a lot of up and downs, but still very positive and um, yeah, we follow the strategy and our plan, you know, so it goes well. And what about my coaches? You know, they're around me. It feels really good. My coach Mika Sederhoff is here beside me. Andreas Michael, the general, is also here. We're gonna meet Alan Finfu in Abu Dhabi. So that feels good. That feels good. That whole team and. Is here around me and keeping the positive energy and we're going marching to and towards the victory.
I love it. You referenced Khamzat Chimaev. Obviously, I know he's been dealing with a lot of health issues. How's he doing? I think a lot of us want to know when we might see him back, because I know it was really tough that he had to withdraw from that fight with Robert Whitaker.
Yes, it was very unfortunate, but again, we have to keep positive thoughts, positive mentality. He's feeling better now. He have been for a few weeks in Caucasian mountains, you know, breathing fresh air, mountain air, and training there with his team, with his brothers and team, and I think boxing national team too. So hopefully, as he said himself, we're gonna see him in Abu Dhabi in October, and I'm sure 100% he will be ready and, as always, energized.
How difficult was that situation for you as well? I know you two are very good friends. You know how people are on social media; they can be very mean and not understand a situation. That Khamzat was very sick. How did you deal with that? Because you know how MMA fans are; they can be very critical.
Yes, of course, but you know how it is. People will always talk.
Mhm.
You know, you cannot listen to all these small talks and all these critiques, and you gotta focus on your thing, you know.
Mhm.
Otherwise, these people gonna pull you down.
Yeah.
So that's why that's what you do. You ignore, excuse me for the language, bullshit, you know, and you focus on your goals and on your dreams, and you keep focus, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah.
And as someone that trains with him and is good friends with him, do you see him becoming a middleweight champion? It seems like that's his new division.
Yes, definitely. Hopefully, you know, God gonna be with him and on his side and keep him healthy, which is the most important. And everything else, he gonna do it. He gonna do it by himself, you know. He gonna manage it.
And for people who might not know, how did you two become friends? Was it that you both trained at All Stars, or how long does your friendship go back? Because it seems like you guys are very close.
I think like um, maybe already maybe 5 years, 6 years.
Okay.
Time goes so fast, you know. I lost track of years already. But we met in the gym at the sparring session for the first time. So and at that time he was not that big like nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
So he was around yeah, I don't know, 83, 84 kilos, maybe maximum, you know, 80 kilos.
Mhm.
And I weigh like 70 something, maybe 71, 72. So it wasn't that big kind of difference. So, and we sparred, and we went pretty hard. And then we were a little bit mad at each other because it was so close rounds,
Right. Yeah, you get
And then
competitive. Yeah.
and then we said, okay, we'll go next one. Yeah, we'll go next one. And then like that, we went second round and third round till coach, I think, tell us to spar with somebody else.
Mhm.
But after that, we went to eat together. We become friends. We slept in the gym together. We eat together. We train together, and after, it become very naturally, uh, yeah, very naturally brotherhood.
One other thing I wanted to ask you, just to clarify, I know you're from Georgia originally. Are you a devout Muslim, or are you not Muslim? I was curious about that.
No, I'm Christian,
Christian. Okay, I was just curious
Orthodox.
because obviously the beard and you know what I mean. Like it's very much fits the role of a Muslim. So I was just curious about that. I
Yes,
I
but
figured you were Christian, but I just wanted to ask anyway. So
yes, it's a lot of people wondering and asking this question, but I still have my private life. I don't have
yeah,
to scream about some things, and I keep
absolutely. No, well said.
some things.
Yeah, I hope that wasn't too
So,
personal. I just wanted to clarify because I think some
no,
people
it's
do feel
okay.
like you're Muslim. So that's why I was
No,
asking.
it's
So
okay. Yeah, I know it's
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
As again, people can think and say whatever they want.
yeah.
But
Speaking of Georgia, how cool is it to be a part of the UFC right now when you've got so many great Georgian fighters, Ilia Topuria, yourself, Merab Dvalishvili. It just seems like this is the next hotbed of MMA fighters, and you're a part of it. What does that mean to represent Georgia in the cage?
amazing, amazing. I think we're the guys, and Georgia is making a history. We're such a small country, such a small nation. And we're like 3.5 million, and half of that people living outside of Georgia still. And we have our country have own struggles. Um, but again, this is a country for many, many, not even centuries, but thousands of years have been a warrior country and have been through many wars and battles, and that's what kind of um, children Georgia has,
Mhm.
and I'm really happy to be a um, representative of this small, proud, and honorable nation and country, and of course, and create the history together with them boys, as we say.
For those who don't know, how long is the travel time? I'm assuming you're going from Sweden to Abu Dhabi. How long is that travel time?
uh, I think maybe straight flight gonna be like 7 hours if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
Straight
okay.
flight.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not
straight
too bad.
flight. But yeah, with changes it can go up to, I don't know, 11, 12 hours maybe.
Okay. It's not too bad. And how do you predict the fight will go on August 3rd? How do you see it unfolding?
August 3rd, don't blink, guys. It's gonna be amazing show, and I'm gonna I'm gonna deliver. So again, don't blink. Otherwise, you're gonna miss it.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you some fun questions that don't have anything to do with MMA. So just whatever comes to mind, say what's on your mind. Who is your favorite athlete outside of combat sports? I don't know if you watch any sports outside of boxing, MMA, wrestling. Did you watch any other sports?
Yes, outside of combat sports,
Mhm.
mm, oh, very hard.
Do you watch football at all? Soccer? No.
I watch football. Yes, I watch football. I watch basketball. I like sports. I like both sports. There is a lot of guys, who is reaching the tops, of
Yeah.
an elite, which are pretty inspiring with their stories.
Mhm. Is
But
there one name though that
there is
stands out?
there
Yeah.
there is no one name I can choose.
Okay. What is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie is probably The Godfather.
Great choice. Great choice.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite actor or actress?
um, Actor, Al Pacino.
Great choice again. Do you have a favorite TV show?
TV show, no. I don't watch TV shows.
Who's your favorite comedian?
Comedian, probably Jim Carrey.
Great choice. I'm Canadian, so that's a great choice because Jim Carrey's Canadian. So,
Great.
so that's great. What is your favorite cheat meal? Like, what's a meal you like eating that you can't eat during camp?
Oh, Georgian food, Georgian national food.
Okay. What is your favorite travel destination?
Travel destination, Georgia.
What is your favorite animal?
Dog.
Great choice. What is your hidden talent? Is there something you're good at that we don't know you're good at besides fighting, obviously?
Many things.
Okay.
Many things. Painting, singing, dancing.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
And my last one, what is something, so we in North America call this a pet peeve. So a pet peeve is where something annoys you. What is something that annoys you? Some people say like bad drivers or, people who chew with their mouth open. Is there anything that annoys you?
Um, all of them that you said
Okay. Okay.
above, all of them that you said above, but probably when I see disrespectful people in the streets. If you know what I mean.
Yes. No, I definitely know what
Yes,
you mean for
yes,
sure.
yeah. Like when you're not nice to old lady or something like this, and rude people.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Do you know how many more fights you have left on your UFC contract? I feel like you have a few, don't you?
UFC contract. This is the last one now.
Okay, so a pretty big fight
Almost.
because if you win, then you got a lot of negotiating power, and I assume you want to stay with the UFC.
Yes, definitely. We have some goals and some job to be done.
Okay, I have to ask you this because I'm Canadian. Obviously, you train in Sweden. Do you follow hockey at all? Is hockey is something? Have you ever watched ice hockey before?
Yes, I watched. Yes,
Do you know who Elias Pettersson is?
Elias Peterson.
Have you heard his name?
Yes,
He's a big.
yes, I've heard. Yes.
Okay, because Elias Pettersson plays for my home team. I live in Vancouver, Canada. He is one of the best players, and he's from Sweden. So I wanted to know if you knew who he was.
Yes, I heard about him, and if you're gonna meet him or take an interview from him, send my best regards from Georgian Viking from Stockholm, Sweden.
I love that. I love that. That's great. And just my last question. I know you're training all the time. I know you're, in the gym. What are some things you like doing when you're not training? Do you play video games? Do you watch TV? Well, you said you don't watch much TV or anything, but is there anything you like doing when you're not training to relax and take time off of training?
There is a lot of things. We just hang out with guys, between sessions. I'm with brothers, with close friends, with my teammates. We're eating, taking coffee, taking walks, and then when we have time, we play video games.
What
I
video games do you
personally
play?
love like Call of Duty and some fighting games,
Nice.
like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
That's great. Guram, thank you
And
so. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
thank you. No, 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 it's okay.
Oh, I interrupted you. Anyways, I was just going to say, Guram, thank you so much for doing this. We're really looking forward to the fight. It's August 3rd, UFC Fight Night. If there is anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to mention or social media, I will let you get the last word here.
Thank you so much, James. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much that you wanted to take an interview with me. I really appreciate it. And again, guys, don't blink. 3rd of August, we're gonna make a big show.